Ryan. Virgo season!
We're back!
Yeah!
Ryan! Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Let me tell you, I can never really actually roll my R, so I don't know how that was just done. It will never be done again. It will never be.
Please don't,
It will never be done
because the
again.
name is Irish. It's not Spanish, so you know. How you been?
I have been lovely. How have you been?
I have been fine. We've been on vacation. It doesn't feel like it though. It definitely feels like yesterday we decided to stop and then y'all bullied us to coming back, and so now I'm back. But I don't feel like I should be back, so
Let me just say one thing,
What?
because what y'all not gonna do is come for my relationship. Okay, we're not gonna get into it too much.
Oh, we're gonna get into it since you want to bring up
Not
your
today.
nonsense.
Not today.
Since you want to bring
Not
up your
today.
nonsense, you and your
Not today. We
parasocial
not gonna-
relationship.
no.
Like, what are we
No.
talking about?
No. What y'all not gonna do is bully my man. He texted me and he was like, "What are they talk? Like, why are they so mean to you?" I said, "You see what happens?" I said, "Ryan is Mr. Out of Order."
You are.
I used to call him Mr. Out of Pocket. Now he's Mr. Out of Order, and but he wants to go on a double date. He said he'll check his schedule and we will get back to
I can make time. Don't worry. You capping.
It's not about you making
capping
time.
just like your Alabama hat. What are we talking about? You capping.
First of all, when you see this hat, just know that I'm standing on business. Okay? I want problems. That's what this hat means.
So
we want problems.
In case you haven't noticed, for those that are listening to the show thinking that we're still over there, the main platform is now YouTube. You got to check us out. If you want to see what it looks like, you just got to head over to Virgo Season Show on the YouTube so you can see this hat, because she's killing me right now. She's killing me. I didn't know we was doing all of that. I would have brought out the fancy for today.
First of all, okay, because leave it to a Virgo to start off January the way that we starting off January, because that's really the reason why we're here. Not really because we wanted to come off a break, but we had to because our Virgo brother decided to set the world on fire.
We do not deserve, okay, Janae? We do not deserve. Nah, the world does not deserve this Virgo. I mean, I know we be going up for Beyonce, but 2024 is already speaking. It's purring like a kitty. Katt Williams. Don't make your face like that. I don't know where it came from, but I don't pause, so we going with it. We going with it, Jade. We going with it.
Out of order. Oh, out of order. We're gonna go with it.
We're gonna go with it. I don't pause. It is what it is.
What's crazy is, before we get into what people are really here for, our other Virgo brother with an asterisk, Jonathan, may give us another reason come Monday, because
I mean,
we
so that we're going with the illusion of what's happening here. We recorded and then it went straight out, so that today is Monday, so you can't say on Monday because today is Monday. You know what I mean?
Later today.
You know what I mean?
Later today.
Get it together, today.
Our other Virgo brother.
Get it together.
With an asterisk behind his name, may give us some more content that we may need to discuss, because he's looking real R. Kelly-ish on his upcoming promos that I've seen is giving me R. Kelly, Gayle King vibes.
Oh, I digress. I've been telling y'all that we're nuanced. We have lots of levels to us. If we gonna be something, we gonna be that thing, and we gonna do that thing real well. I'm just saying. So.
Yeah. And so Katt Williams decided that he's just going to be problematic and on everybody's neck. So that's the energy we are giving this year. We're going to be problematic and on everybody's neck. Woo! So if you are under a rock or live under a rock and have not been paying attention, Katt Williams was on Shannon Sharpe's blog podcast,
something, whatever it is. Is this before you continue? Is this still considered a podcast? Like, they wanted us to be on screen. I don't really know what a podcast means anymore. Like, I don't know.
I don't think they've come up with a name for like video podcast yet. Like, it's still just podcast.
Podcast is a dumb name in the first place. So like, what they gonna come up with? Like, it got to be something just like completely different. Like,
can we not do that to the podcast people before they completely ban us? This is talking about Mr. Out of Order. You can't just come for their word.
Who came up with that? I get the cast part.
English language was created.
No, this was not an English language. This was some random tech dude that was like, okay, I want to put out a radio show, but I don't want to do it on the radio. I want to do it on the internet. I get the cast part, broadcast, all that. Where the pod came from? Oh, Apple, iPod. You see things coming to Dumb name though.
Oh,
Dumb name though. It was supposed to
look
be
at
on
you,
the
so smart.
iPod. That's where it first
Okay, all
started.
right,
iPod,
all right,
podcast.
okay.
What?
I didn't
Today.
think about that.
I can
I
go
didn't think
home
about
now.
that.
I'm finished. I'm finished.
You can't you
I put
can't go home
I'm
yet.
already home.
You can't go home yet because well, yeah, so am I.
Okay.
Katt
Sorry.
Williams was on Shannon Sharpe's video podcast
That thing, yes.
that he calls Club Shay Shay, which stupid name. If we're gonna talk about stupid names, that is a stupid name. That's first and foremost. I'm gonna need his team to come up with something a little bit better.
Truth be told,
Because that just
I never watched that show until today. I'm just saying.
me either.
Not
I've
until
always
today.
seen clips. I've seen clips, not enough for me to actually watch the show in full. Katt Williams got me to watch in its entirety because my man came out the gate sipping on that brown with his lean ready. Okay? Ready. Literally has shots for everybody and anybody you could possibly think of. Left not one stone unturned. Do you understand me?
First off, the way that so people don't understand the levels of the Virgo brain because the way Shannon came out and introduced the boy, he didn't it was very choppy, right? And so he was like, how'd you like that introduction? He was just like, it was an introduction. Like it was just everything about how he spoke was bigging him up and total shade right underneath it at the same time for the whole episode. It was crazy.
Let me tell you something. Katt Williams is a genius.
Genius.
Okay? I know he say he's not on drugs. He may be a little bit touched on a little bit of cocaine in there.
I mean,
but he's still a genius.
I don't know that.
Now,
I don't think he's actually. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some things in the past that had me questioning, but some people are just weird, So
no,
who knows?
And I definitely, I think this is definitely a different Katt Williams than the Katt Williams we have seen growing up. He's always been funny and he's always been one to call people out, but there was something a little bit more touched about it. Something gave me a little bit of Orlando Brown. A little bit of Orlando Brown.
I don't know if it's all the way there now. He was making cohesive points. He was making cohesive points though.
Listen. Katt Williams got on that podcast and said that he was accepted into college at the age of 7. That he reads 3,000 books a year since he was 8.
He said from
and can
8
currently
to 12.
run a 4.4 at 52 years of age. Okay? It was a little bit Orlando Brown in there. Okay? Now, I'm not gonna do some research because I'm like, nah, Katt.
We need the receipts.
Yeah. Wasn't college, but he did get into a charter school on scholarship at the age of 12.
Wait, leave it to you to find. How did you find this, Jade?
Because I research. Okay.
This is why I don't research, because it's like, for what? For what? I come here and talk to you. You tell me all the facts. It's okay.
Because he did an interview prior where he said he was always a bright individual. Mm-hmm. He received a full scholarship to the National Science Academy in Dayton, Ohio. But as soon as he realized the nature of this scholarship, he purposely failed a math test in order to become ineligible for it. His parents were so upset that they mentally and verbally abused him, so that at the age of 13, right, he emancipated himself from them. And that's when he moved to Florida.
Listen, I can believe some of that. If I wasn't so scared of my mother growing up, I would have failed some things that I didn't want to pass because I didn't want to do it. But me bring home anything less than an A, what the hell? Are you serious?
Oh yeah, nah.
What?
I was never testing Blondel's gangster. Okay, that wasn't gonna happen. So I could believe that. But the best thing about this interview for me was the fact that it was really just one whole episode of 2 truths and a lie. And he just gave us enough, right? So that certain things are believable, but then you're like, nah, Katt.
Right.
What are we doing right now?
I don't know. I don't know what not to believe, because it's he's that eccentric for all of it to be true. I mean, I know when he was coming for people and all of that stuff, I know it was a lot of embellishment. The man came ready. When I tell you ready, literally everybody, like you said, everybody got a shot, everybody. So I get that part. So some of it could have been embellished.
This was the verbal embodiment. You remember that time for a while when there was this clip of Soldier Boy going around on the internet where he claimed that like people tried to break into his house and he had his gun and he was in the chair just shooting and everybody was like, the way you shoot and you was shooting everybody. Like it didn't
Right.
matter who walked through that. This
Right.
was the verbal embodiment of that with
Yeah.
Katt Williams, the
Yeah.
way that he was just lobbing stuff. Some of the things that he said, I believe, are 100% true.
Right.
But also statistically, a lot of the things that he's saying just could not possibly be true
All right,
because
let's
he
go.
does not fit certain characteristics. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. The stuff that he said about the Illuminati and Ludacris, I don't believe. I don't think anybody was thinking of Katt Williams for a role in Fast and the Furious. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
I
And I
mean,
like Katt
okay,
Williams.
so again, like we have spoken about in the past, I do come from the film and television world. And so a lot of the times when it comes to the castings for these things, it's a cat call. I mean, no pun intended, but it's a, it's a cattle call, right? And so every single black person that has like they have a description in the script or whatever, every single black person that has long hair with braids or whatever, that giving a little bit of hip hop or whatever, a little bit funny, bring them all down, and they don't have
Yeah,
any
see,
sort of discernment. And so
I mean, I believe that, but I feel like there's a difference between Ludacris and braids and Cat Williams, a pimp named Slickback and braids. You know what I mean? Like those two things just don't
they
they
don't.
don't meet in the
Okay,
middle.
okay. I'm just saying. I know you went to a white school, right?
Yes, I did.
And so they didn't have many of you to.
They did not.
So
There was a handful,
if there was a handful, Jade is the one that looks like this.
right?
That other person is the one that looks like this.
Hmm.
But when there's a bunch and you're not used to seeing it, like you
No,
can't
I
tell
get
me
it.
that they can tell the difference.
Do I think Cat Williams' agent gave him a script for Fast and the Furious? Yes.
Okay.
Do I think they had Cat Williams in mind for the Fast and the Furious? Absolutely not. That movie is pure male testosterone,
Right.
and Cat Williams does not. He does not fit that bill. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, Cat Williams. Now, if they were, if Fast and the Furious had more, like even their jokes are like rooted in masculinity. You know what I mean? Like that's not Cat Williams. So do I believe that? No. And also because the Illuminati has to be the worst hidden group in the world
This
because
is what I'm
every time
saying.
somebody reach,
This is what I'm
every time
saying.
somebody reach some level of success, the Illuminati gets into
What was
it.
the
You
name
know
of
what I
that
mean?
Tom
Like
Hanks movie? The Da Vinci Code or what? Yeah. So
the Da Vinci
that's when I
Code.
first
Yeah.
heard of the Illuminati, and I was
Like
just like, wait a second, because conspiracy theorists on the low.
right.
I didn't say that out loud. Y'all didn't hear it, so it is what it is. But
Yes,
like,
y'all
I'm
did.
just saying, when that movie came out, this was the first time I heard of the Illuminati. I was like, could this be a real thing?
Do I think there's secret societies that control things? Yes. Do I think that every black person or every black celebrity who reaches a certain level of success magically got recruited into the Illuminati and they have a meeting and they start picking niggas out like, you're in, you're out, and don't do anything to them so that you can go out like Cat Williams and be like, well, the Illuminati offered me
Right.
200 million, but only one of us took that deal. Like, come on.
The issue with the Illuminati, if it was a real thing, it's too public for it to actually be a thing. So it doesn't make sense. So I don't
Two
know.
truths and a lie.
It doesn't make
That was
sense.
the lie.
Also, if the Illuminati was real and y'all saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce and all these people are actually in it, would we have seen that elevator footage? Like I'm just saying. I don't know. Just saying.
All I'm saying is two truths and a lie. That was the lie in that statement that he made. You know what I mean? Was he and Ludacris was up for 200 million, 20 movies.
I think it was
because I don't even think Ludacris.
I think it was two truths and a shot of cognac. That's what it was. I don't know if I don't know if
And
he came.
that cognac,
I don't
that
know.
cognac was a lie.
I
That
don't.
cognac was a lie.
I don't know if he came with the intention to be so extra. I think he came with a mission, but I don't know if he came to be that extra.
Now, I mean, yeah, okay, I can see that.
What
I
are
can
your
see that.
thoughts on Ludacris's response rap thing? Another
This goes
Virgo,
out
by
to
the way.
everybody. This goes out to everybody. I want y'all all to shut up. Okay? Stop responding because y'all are making it worse. As y'all respond to Katt Williams, y'all are making it worse. Ludacris has not touched a microphone to rap since 1998.
I hear he's
All of a
coming out with an
sudden,
album.
Katt Williams says that you got paid $200 million by the Illuminati for 20 movies and you want to drop a freestyle over a Kanye beat. Stop.
I
He had bars though, but stop.
I mean, Ludacris always has bars. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I think I said in the last year, in 2023, that you can't you can't feed the trolls. The trolls will always win. So, and this is the biggest troll of them all. So, like, there's no need to come up against anything. Anything he has to say, just stay silent. And this too will be a new cycle of the past.
That's it. And that's the problem is everyone has responded. And in their response, they have just added fuel to the fire. Okay? Like it's just been crazy. So Katt Williams' biggest ops, he got 3 ops that he don't like. Okay?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart,
Boom.
Cedric the Entertainer,
Boom.
Steve Harvey.
Oh.
He can't
I mean,
stand
he
them.
had some shots for Faizon as well. Just saying.
Yeah. We're gonna get to Faizon.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Katt, yeah, we're gonna get there. Starting with Kevin Hart. He has had beef with Kevin Hart forever and a day. I don't know what Kevin Hart did to Katt Williams.
So I don't know. I remember around the time that Kevin Hart blew up, it was around the time that Katt Williams had that special out where he had the crazy perm that was like, I think
a pimp named Slickback.
A swoosh.
That's exactly
like,
what he looked
I don't
like.
know. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. But that swoosh that's coming outward, he had that, and I was like,
need you to stop. You know what? I'm so happy we are on video now because people can see the shit that you do. Because what are we? The swoosh. The swoosh.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Anyway, so when that special came out, I was like, this is the best comedian of all time. Like of all time. And then like shortly after, my friend Nick, shout out to Nick, she was like, yo, you gotta check out this Kevin Hart special. I was like, Kevin Hart? Who's Kevin Hart? From what was that movie? Snakes on a Plane?
Soul Plane
or whatever.
No. So Snakes on the Plane with Samuel. Don't disrespect Samuel like that.
Soul Plane. Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm gonna pass. No thanks. I've always been averse to the corny, right? And so I was like, nah, no thanks. But so she forced my hand, sat down, watched. I was like, oh, like he really, like I was dying, like crying, laughing from the top to the bottom with that Kevin Hart special. And that was the beginning of the end for
Kevin Hart.
For Katt. Because literally Kevin took off and never stopped.
And Katt stayed
so
where he's at.
I think that's what it is.
I personally have never laughed at a Kevin Hart special.
What?
But I've never laughed at a Kevin Hart special. I laugh at Kevin Hart in moments where he's interacting with certain people, like when him and The Rock get together, when him and Snoop Dogg did like the Olympics, or when he was with Keenan and the corn boy called him Kel. And his flabber was gasted. Moments like that crack me up. Like I run that back all the time because Kevin Hart was clocked.
Right.
Like he didn't know what to do.
Right.
But so on Kevin Hart, Katt had to say, in 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of a sold out Kevin Hart show. There being a line for him, ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we ever heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own film called Soul Plane that he was leading? No. And then he goes on and says, for a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk. All I said was, can we take some of this shit out of here and then I can do it? I don't need to be overtly homosexual because I'm not homosexual. It doesn't need to be that funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was and acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. They tell you there's no gatekeepers, but we keep seeing the same person open the gate. Didn't Kevin let Tiffany Haddish in? What do you mean ain't no gatekeepers? There's 100 gatekeepers out here. Everyone I seen got a keeper.
Okay, so a lot of this part, this is not a lie. This is his truth. This is the way he saw it from his perspective, right? Like, and so
no, I'm joking.
again, I'm coming from this. I'm coming from this industry. So
Right.
there are gatekeepers. That's plain and simple.
A hundred percent. I totally believe that.
That's
I
how it
totally believe
that
that.
is how it goes. But at the same time, people are only going to want to work with people that they like. All right.
Yeah.
If you piss
Yeah.
people off, they don't want to work with you. Period. Point blank. Like,
Right. Right.
if my son wrote a script and I'm the producer and my son needs to cast this thing, and then he got the perfect person, but that perfect person says, yeah, this is cool, but take this shit out, this shit out, this shit out, this shit out, then I could do it. They like, okay, this is gonna be difficult. Let's find somebody that's maybe not exactly who we want, but we like and that can do the job and do it well. That's plain and simple. They gonna pick that person every single time. Like, and we talking about him coming to LA and already having stuff set up. Kevin was working the New York market. What do you think? New York is like West Bubble?
Probably.
Like, come on. Like, if he made himself out here, there's people who work on both coasts. And so it's like, all right, we need you to come to LA and we got this, and this set up for you in LA. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it doesn't make sense.
On the flip side of that too, in my mind, I wouldn't say these things out loud because that's not the flex that I would think it is,
Right.
like that he thinks it is.
Right.
Because in my mind, that lets me know that
you didn't get it.
Not only did you not get it, but you're replaceable. Like, they let you know that, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain point when you reach at the time where Kevin Hart started and where Katt Williams should have been,
right,
it should have been a no-brainer to go with somebody like a Katt Williams, right? Because like, you've been in the game for so long.
Correct.
So for them telling you that you are replaceable, that means that you have not been standing on business this whole time, because that lets you know that they've been more than willing to move. You know what I mean? Like, if Kevin Hart to this day says something about a movie, he's like, I don't want this part in here, change it. They're not going to go ask Katt Williams to do it. What are they going to do? They're going to change it.
They're going to change it.
So it's not the flex that you think it is to say that, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, in my mind, like, right, I would have kept that part to myself.
Right.
Like, 5 scripts came across my desk. You should have kept that to yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Because they just let you know that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's again, this we talking about gatekeepers and all of this stuff. This is a game. He was talking a bunch of sports analogies during this whole thing. And so you got to understand this is a game, and the games have rules, and you didn't want to play by the rules, and this is where we are at the moment. And
it is what it is.
It's like, it's fine. You stand on business, as they say, and this is where you standing on business has put you. And that is where it's put Kevin and Steve and all these other people, and so
Cedric,
and so, you know, it is what it is. There's a lot of him standing in his ground that I appreciate and I admire,
of course.
But you know, if you want to be in this spot, it costs something, and you know, are you willing to pay that cost?
And he's not. And he said that he's not willing to pay that cost, which is great. I stand your ground, sir. Like, if stand in your beliefs and do what you think is right for you, because it's obviously not hurting your pockets, right? Because you were walking around saying that you're the most successful, like, arena comedian of all time. Like, you selling out arenas, whatever. Again, two truths and a lie, I don't know. But you are going to be limited in what you have access to based on what you're willing to do and not do.
Plain and simple. Okay? Plain and simple.
Oh, you know who his other op was too? Not to even, he had a fourth op, Rickey Smiley. I don't know what Rickey Smiley did to Katt Williams, but he's not messing with him either.
Right.
On Cedric the Entertainer.
Well, before you go into that, I just had another analogy. It's like, if you standing on business, it's like, you know, it's just what you're willing to pay. Like, if I wanted to do OnlyFans, I'd probably make more money than I make now. Do I want to do it? Yeah. Do I want to do it though? This is the question.
I'm getting close.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's the same thing.
Inflation inflating. Bills is billing. It's looking real.
Bills are billing.
The
bills are billing. 2024. You raggedy bitch.
It's looking real OnlyFanish over here in a little bit. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. No.
I hear Wiki feet is a thing. I wonder what my score is. I should put myself up there and see what happens.
You know what? And my feet look good today.
I got nice ass feet for a dude. I'm just saying.
I always get compliments. When I wear my open toe shoes, I may have to look into that Wiki feet. On Cedric the Entertainer, he said, Cedric sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here looking like a walrus. Sorry.
Why? Girl. Get it together. You
I'm sorry.
You're giving the people facts. You got to be very professional.
He over
Journalism.
here looking like a walrus. He can't even get his arms off his stomach. Sitting over here, why am I not a movie star? He never wrote anything. Remember when Cedric the Entertainer starts? He's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer. We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. First of all, Kat, leave Tubi out of this.
I was just about to say, like we're not talking about, it's not on Netflix or Max or Netflix or Prime or whatever. He took it to Tubi.
Tubi, this channel, the streaming platform
He might as
where
well
they
have
shoot
said
people
Zeus.
and they do flips and shit over couches. Kat, leave Tubi out of this. Tubi ain't do nothing to you.
Oh man.
Tubi ain't do. Now, Cedric did respond and basically saying revisionist history, regardless of whatever Katt's opinion, my career can't be reduced to one joke Katt Williams claims is his. Which then, of course, this is why I tell y'all to shut up. People went and did some digging and pulled out some receipts. And apparently, one of Cedric's most popular jokes, which is about a person named Bomanicious, was taken from the show Designing Women in 1989.
Wow.
And like word for word, bar for bar, the exact same joke.
Oh man.
So he should have just sat there and not said anything. Because the minute he said something, people was like, look at this. Look at this. You out here stealing jokes. Now it's the only time they're saying it, but it's enough to have,
right.
the internet streets on fire.
Right. You can't go up, like, first of all, y'all shouldn't go up against Katt Williams. Also, no one should go up against the internet. I'm just
no, they really shouldn't.
In general, not especially
they
not
really
in our Lord's year 2024. No,
not today.
No.
Next up, we have Steve Harvey. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna get through this one. You couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asked for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good and look like Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost. Because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to you to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie Mac and them's fault because they wanted to be a movie star. What? You called Ocean 11s to get that nigga's part? What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago. He was making $3,000 a show in cash, doing 5 shows a week. They just tell stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that. You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. What are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history.
Whew. I paused it at that. I paused it at that point. I was like, I need a breather.
That Mr. Potato Head.
Janae, so I'm bald. All I'm saying
is, you don't look like Mr. Potato Head.
When I was a kid, I already knew I was going to be bald. My father's bald. A lot of people in my family is bald. So I already knew I was going to be bald. I remember looking at that TV show. I was like, yo, this man's hairline is impeccable. Like, give me that hair unit, Janae. Give it to, I will wear it tomorrow. I got no shame in my game. No shame. Just saying.
Right with the man wig.
All I'm saying is,
let me tell you.
I said this before. If I had the opportunity to have the dreads, this show would not exist because y'all couldn't tell me nothing. I'm outside.
First of
I'm
all,
outside.
Stop calling them. We're not allowed to call them dreads anymore.
Oh, locks. My bad. Locks.
That's first of all. Second of all, if I ever log in to a studio session and you got a head full of hair on without you giving me a heads up, I promise you the show is over.
Next week.
I promise you it's no more show because I'm dying on the
2024,
spot.
baby.
Bury me. Bury me. Okay? Just bury me.
I'm gonna get my
Whew.
wife to take you to the
Now,
wig shop.
I can't. Um
One of y'all listeners be doing units. Hit me up. It's Black
Yo,
Ryan.
please don't. Because he really will. Oh my God.
Uh,
He also had some smoke again for Rickey Smiley. I'm not gonna go into all of it because but okay, maybe I have to because this was a lot.
mm.
He said about Rickey Smiley, I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. Your story is the Rickey Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base.
Mm-mm.
He was going to play a pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man? You wouldn't let an athlete that's been on steroids talk about being one of the greats. Rickey Smiley can't act because Rickey Smiley can't act. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I wouldn't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's first movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract. That's why he's a believable actor. Now, this is where
Yo, the stray that he's
Him-
about to throw out.
him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe the best actor should be in the best role.
I was like, why are these people? First of all, he did these things so smoothly. He was like, y'all think I'm going one place, but everybody catching it straight. Everybody.
No, this was another. This was another stand-up special on Club Shay Shay. Like this was literally a comedy special. Number one, what made this even more hilarious was I started thinking back to all the times Tyler Perry was supposed to act like a man in like movies, and the fact that it truly was not believable. No shade to our other Virgo brother. He's throwing a lot of shade.
Virgo violence. This is not.
This is Virgo on Virgo violence.
This is the only Virgo on Virgo violence is you throwing shots at me all the time. That's the only Virgo and Virgo violence they want to see.
Wait, hold on. I was looking down so they can't see. Lies.
I don't lie. What are we talking about?
Lies. Ryan, you throw shots at me all day. All day. Okay.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Like, when are we going on this double with your bae? This is the question the people want to know.
Get off this.
They want to know.
Recording this. I don't know why you don't believe me. I tagged him and everything, so you knew that it was real. Like, I don't understand.
I didn't see no responses, though. I don't know. Is he that busy?
He's in my DMs. I'm going to show you my DMs.
Tell him to send the DMs in my direction. I accept those.
Why would he send them to you?
Because I need answers. I need answers.
See? Oh, wait. I don't know where the camera is. Do you see him? Right there. Michael Bay.
I see a sent. I see a sent. I don't see a received.
Because I responded to something he said. I can't show you what he said.
Can we click on it? Can we click on it so we can see it?
No, because it's private shit. And I don't... We on YouTube. I'm not trying to get us banned early. You don't need to see what's in the private messages between me and Bay. Okay? You don't need to see what's in the private messages between me and Bay. Anyway, I have never seen Rickey Smiley act as a man. Not to say that he can't, but I do know that watching him on Comic View, him acting as that old church grandmother used to always take me down. I have not seen nor followed Rickey Smiley since then. But that line right there, him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. Sir.
There was many moments where I had to. This was a long interview, and I mean, I was tapped in.
Oh, it was 2 hours, and I watched the whole thing. Okay, he said first of all, he called Faizon fat Faizon very smoothly.
Oh man.
Like, just said fat Faizon and said, I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that's ever told you differently was a fat Faizon liar. There's nobody like me in the business. Faizon said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faizon got? 0. Why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. Okay? Okay? Michael Blackson. Most comedians don't get booed enough. That's how you end up with Michael Blackson, who was an African, a real African doing a fake African accent.
Yo. But today, look me in my eyeballs. Look the people in their face. Look me in my face. Michael Blackson, or Blackston, or however you say it. Did you ever think he was funny?
No.
Okay. I thought it was just me.
Donald Faizon.
Where's he lying? Where did this man lie? I don't know where he lied.
Faizon Love was two truths. Those was two truths right there. Those was two truths right there. I'm not gonna hold you. Because every time I see Faizon Love, he is sitting someplace struggling to breathe, saying something very mean and nasty about somebody who's much more successful than he is. The only thing people know Faizon Love for is being with Big Worm and Friday. What did you do after that? Nothing. So stop talking. You will never see me get on here and talk badly about other women who are doing much better than me in life. Why? Because I would look like a goddamn fool if I was sitting on here talking about some, well, look at Beyonce. What she do? More than me because I'm struggling.
A lot of people on their soapbox with that one, but
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna
They be
let
going
the
in.
Illuminati handle them.
Okay, this was my other. This was the other great one on our other Virgo with the asterisk, Jonathan Majors.
Oh boy.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
I thought she was going into Jonathan Majors itself, but you were still on Katt going, okay, yeah.
Not because I didn't like white women.
Oh man.
I think white women are as great as any other women, but I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. First of all, they went around the world for 2 years straight telling any woman that would listen that this was a good looking Negro. Since when? When did y'all start liking a big nose? When did y'all start liking a little head and a big jaw? When? That's like, that look like my daddy. When you start liking my daddy, you like black people features like that. If this ugly N-word is good looking and all N-words is good looking. Thank you, Megan Good. God bless you coming to save that slave. I didn't know that part was there. If he'd been there by himself, he was getting all 4. Guilty, 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 guilty. She came in there just so beautiful they had to knock half of it off. Bless his heart. 1, as a person who was Team Jonathan before he was, allegedly knocking chicks' hands off.
This is a question I had for you. Go ahead.
You did. I think I said Jonathan Majors was ugly fine. And there's a thing as ugly fine. And he was ugly fine. Because of his talent and his body, you would overlook certain things that you may not attribute, like you may not necessarily accept with somebody else. There's a lot of ugly fine people. A white ugly fine man that a lot of women go up for, and I've said it before last year, and I will say it, Adam Driver. That man is ugly fine to a lot of women. He looks like a pound puppy to me, but to other women, they will tell you, oh, they love them some Adam Driver. Ugly fine is a thing. Jonathan Majors is ugly fine. Man. And he was talented, and he seemed like he was a sensitive soul. And so it was a lot of things working for him until he started knocking chicks' heads off. Is he still ugly fine? Yeah. Am I going to date him now? No, because he tends to possibly be abusive. So I can't agree with him on that. Like Beyonce said, I like my Negro with the Jackson 5 nostrils. So yes, Katt. Some of us like men with black features. So
I don't know if I have any words for that.
I'm just saying, ugly fine is a thing.
I know all I can say though is that a lot of women who was talking big talk when Jonathan Majors was
his body,
they quiet.
Let me say something.
They quiet.
I'm quiet now because he's allegedly abusive and I don't give air to abusive men. Point blank, period. If he were not abusive and Katt Williams said what he said, I'm going to tell Katt Williams to his face, if I had to choose between you and Jonathan Majors, I'm choosing Jonathan Majors. You were nothing to write home about, sir.
So all I'm saying is that people who find women attractive, Megan Good, it's not the same. She's still going to be fine. When she comes back home, we still gonna accept her. Good, I'm just saying.
Megan Good's not ugly fine though. Like Megan Good is just fine.
Fine.
There's some ugly fine. I'm trying to think of ugly fine women, and I can't think of them off the top of my head because I don't look at women like that. But there's definitely some ugly fine women where I'm like, I don't get it, but I get it. You know what I mean?
For instance, just saw Color Purple over the weekend. The new
right.
Celi's supposed to be ugly. Where? Not Whoopi. I don't think Whoopi's ugly. I don't think Fantasia's ugly. I don't think young Celi was ugly. I don't think none of these women are ugly. So I mean, it's in the eye of the beholder. So I don't know.
It is.
I don't know.
But there's ugly fine. First of all, not to I laughed so much in The Color Purple at the end that it should be a damn shame. But we'll talk about that another time. Whew.
I mean, will it be too late when we come back? I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just
Can I
saying.
just say, no spoiler alert, if you did not see The Color Purple, stop right here. When Silly's kids popped up on that screen, I couldn't. I was laughing so hard that my chest started to hurt.
Yo,
Do you understand me?
I died.
Because
I died and
why they
came
look
back.
older than Silly? Why they look older than Silly? I was not expecting that. And when they came up on that screen, and I know they're supposed to be older because Silly was older, I get it. But them babies was not baby in the way that I needed them to baby. And I could not hold myself together. I could not collect myself.
Yo,
And then have the nerve, no shade to Mrs. Russell Wilson, but the vocal powerhouses in that movie, and then Sierra,
the casting.
that's why they put her in the chorus. I'm not.
The casting agent. Shame on you.
Okay.
Shame on you.
Because
Shame on you. Literally.
why would y'all do that?
Even Fantasia. I'm not Fantasia. Even Taraji, our other Virgo sister. She was in the vocal coach's office for a year preparing, and people
doing her thing.
People were like gobsmacked by how good she was. Sierra is a recording artist. Okay? I'm just I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that there were a lot of vocal powerhouses, and then there was Sierra. There was a reason that they put her in the chorus and the chorus alone, because if Sierra would have had a solo of any sort, that had to have been followed up by Fantasia, Daniel Brooks, or Taraji P. Henson.
Danielle Brooks is going to
It would have been. Oh, she's definitely walking away with
everything.
She's definitely Golden Globe. She's getting an Oscar.
It's going to be a riot. If she doesn't win, it's going to be a riot.
Definitely. The only person, back to Katt Williams, who did not catch a stray was Taraji P. Henson, because he was on her side about the whole pay disparity.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, so you do like some of us Virgos, because you was holding Taraji down.
I said, I think in one of the early episodes of the show, back before they saw our faces. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I said, do I like Virgos? Like, I don't know. We are very polarizing. Like, so I can get why some people don't understand us. I get it.
I have non-Virgo friends who don't like Virgos. I'm an exception to their rule.
I'm always the exception, by the way.
Always the exception.
Always.
And I get it. Because even in moments where they have to see me utilize some of my Virgo traits, they tell me if I didn't like you, I would not like you. So I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I get it.
Right.
Before we wrap this up, with Katt, I have to say there's three things that I have to talk about. One, him saying that all these successful men sign up for a program that gets you a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never does an interview, in 20 years never did an interview, never speaks. One person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife. Katt, leave these women alone. Now,
my God,
I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't think Aniko's ugly. I don't.
She's not.
I think
she's definitely not. He definitely shouldn't have been talking about her. He definitely shouldn't have been talking about her. But I'm not gonna hold you. Katt is having a revisionist history himself, because I don't know if you remember, but he used to date Hazel from Love and Hip Hop, LA. And that is a face that, belongs on radio. Okay? And everybody's enjoying Katt Williams, but let me finish this up. And then he gave me 2 quotables that I'm going to be using. Okay? But when somebody I don't agree with my friends is doing, just know that I'm going to put this hat on, and I'm hitting you with this. You have an unnatural allegiance to losers, and that's not like you. Okay?
Yo,
when I don't agree with what you're doing, I'm hitting you with that, and I'm leaning back.
The fact that, first of all, I don't even know why Shannon needed to be there. This was not Shannon's show. Like, he could not handle the guest at all.
Nary a follow-up question.
It was bad. It was bad.
He should have just. Shannon Sharpe needs to go to journalism school and learn how to be a journalist if he's really going to do this. Or he's just going to have his friends on there and have a conversation. And this wasn't a conversation, but he wasn't good at this. And then the other thing that Katt Williams said that I will be using as well, when someone tries to not give us our ones is winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. Okay? That's what we're not going to do. Okay? I love when Virgos put things out into my lexicon for me.
But,
Okay?
all right. I don't know if I could completely agree with that, because if we had let the losers write the story of America, we would have a different America, by the way. I'm just saying.
I mean, no, that's true. No, you're right. You're right. I mean losers like the losers that are just hating. I'm not talking about like losers who lose like wars. You know what I mean? Because like that's different. I'm talking about losers
I
who were
get
just
it.
hating for no
I get
reason.
it. I get it.
Y'all are not allowed to rewrite history. Now, being the Debbie Downer that I am, I have to also say that the reason I always say it's two truths and a lie, Katt Williams wants you to forget that he has also been accused of choking out women. He got into an altercation with a young child. He says he's not on drugs now, and that the DARE program kept him off of drugs. But there was a moment where Katt Williams was getting locked up for substance abuse, amongst other things.
He had a moment where he mentioned, he was like, my true fans or something like that know that when I get arrested, all the times I get arrested, I'm gonna be right out. Because they know that's not the truth. I don't know.
He wasn't right.
Listen,
out.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
We got the pictures in the yellow jumpsuit with the hair looking real
Raggedy.
James Brownish.
Raggedy.
But he was on, so let's not. So I'm gonna enjoy this for the moment, but Katt Williams is not an innocent being in all of this. I do like that he came for all these people, though. I'm not gonna hold you. All
right. We couldn't end this without, we doing this in true fashion, the way that we tend to do. So, because we're in a new year, I'm gonna start it out with like a New Year joke or whatever.
Oh God. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Why was 2019 afraid of 2020?
Oh God, why?
Because 2019 had a fight with 2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm married. I'm a married dad. Okay.
I got an auntie joke.
Go ahead.
I got an auntie joke. Ready?
You haven't had enough for social media over these past few weeks?
Ready?
You haven't?
First of all, somebody already told you the dad jokes. My jokes was on 100. Okay.
Oh, my cousin.
Shout out to Mike.
My cousin feeling. Yeah, he feeling sad for you. He got to big you up. He can't just always big me up.
Don't do that.
Come on.
Shut up. Ready? Now this is gonna make me laugh, and you're probably gonna look at me crazy, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a magician that's lost his magic?
I don't know why I feel like I know this, but go ahead. What?
Ian.
That's a Ryan joke.
That was a good one.
That's a Ryan joke. That's a Ryan joke. Okay. All right.
Whew. Oh, that was good.
What's a hippie vagina's favorite movie?
Oh my God. Vaginas already?
Vaginas already. Gotta start it off.
God. What do you call it?
Dirty Harry. What else you got?
Ryan's wife, come get him. Come get him. You gotta come get him.
She got the kids locked up in the other room so they don't come and disturb me. So she can't come right now. Don't worry.
But I do have another one. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Why does a chicken coop have two doors?
I got a chicken joke too. Oh, why? Why does a chicken coop have two doors?
Because if it had four, it would be a chicken sedan.
All right. Who gave you that one?
Natalie.
And Natalie be coming for my joke. Come on, Natalie. Come on. All right. Since we talking about chickens, I caught a chicken masturbating. What a jerk.
Oh, God. This is where you should insert the song, Do the Jerk. Is that the song that they was doing? I don't know. I'm too old for this.
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
All right.
Oh, wait. I got another one. I got a last one.
Okay. Let's go.
I got a job at a bakery because I needed the dough.
No, thanks. What planets do aliens go for BBLs?
Uranus.
That's the one. All right. We're going to cut that one clean out the episode. Clean out. All right. Christmas is right around the corner. What do gold diggers call Santa Claus?
Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas.
Oh. I was close.
You was damn close. All right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Christmas is not until...
Nothing makes me happier than you getting frustrated with me getting close to the jokes.
Christmas is like all the way at the end of the year, so I got to get these out because I'm not going to get them again for a while.
That's fine.
What do snowmen call their offspring?
Oh God, what?
Children.
Ryan, get off my phone. I mean, get off my computer.
Oh, I can't get off your phone now. We was gonna make those t-shirts
can't get off my phone now.
We was gonna make those t-shirts.
We was.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right. So, are we done?
We're done. So, before we wrap this up, shout out to all our new listeners.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We had a couple of people that discovered us over the holidays that have been catching up.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. We are officially back. I think we're more back than we intended to be.
Yeah.
But
it was supposed to be 15 minutes.
It definitely was supposed to be short, but here we are. So shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We are back. You can now find us on YouTube. If YouTube is not your jam and you want to catch us on our old stomping ground, Spotify, Apple, whatever, the audio will also be there.
Yes.
But why not come look at our beautiful faces?
Yes. Give us a subscribe. Like, I mean, I know it's going to be slow starting. Like, I mean, if you come to the show and you only see a few views, that's because none of y'all subscribing and y'all not sharing it with your grandmothers. I'm just saying we need a few subscribers over there. And then if you just want to listen in the old regular schmegular way, give us 5 stars. We really appreciate that on any one of those audio platforms for sure. So we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming back and joining us on this new video journey.
Yes. Where can they find us, Ryan?
Oh, yeah, because I was ready to start and you just kind of came in and swooped straight in. So virgoseasonshow@gmail.com. That is the email address. Let us know what you think. Hit us with some dad jokes. Well, don't do that. DM me on Instagram because I'll see it there, and because she also has access to the email, so don't send the dad jokes there. She can't win with these auntie jokes. I'm just saying. It is 2024. I am looking to save a little bit of money, right? And so I figured I could save a little bit of money by giving my daughters. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Oh gosh. Anyway, 2024, I figured I could save a little bit of money by giving my daughters some lockets with their pictures in them.
Why?
So they can be independent.
Oh, you can find us on social media at Virgo Season Show. We are on TikTok and Instagram. You can find Ryan and I both on social media as well at Black Ryan and Jade Says, which I think our names will be somewhere in this YouTube thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
I got a dark one before we go. I mean, since we already here with all this time, it is what it is. What's the difference between a dad joke and stepdad jokes?
I have no idea. Stepdad
jokes hit harder. Bye. See y'all next Monday.
I am appalled. Bye-bye.
Virgo season.